Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannons. Sign up to become a member of the Shannons Club, Kenworth Trucks Australia, Pace Farm Eggs and Dasmac, shipping your classic car from the world to your doorstep. Hello and welcome to the first episode as a part of our road trip across various states of the US for 2025, and it's a big thanks to Shannons. Okay, so let's get started. Like to see the oldest automobile museum in the United States? Well, let's go check it out in this week's Classic Restos International Edition. We are here because of Shannons. Shannons shares our passion. They understand, and it shows by allowing me to bring you exclusive content filmed here in the United States, where the majority of our automotive history began. And I don't think that there could be a better location to start this batch of episodes than here at the Swigart Museum in Huntington, regional Pennsylvania. It's been established for over 100 years. If you ever visit the William E. Swigart Jr. Automobile Museum in Huntington, Pennsylvania, you'll experience a different level of automotive history. The Swigart gives you great insight to the historical significance of the automobile, the early beginnings, and while you zone out in a quite relaxing environment viewing the many displays, you will soon discover a one-of-a-kind automobiles in the collection. Incredible to think about, but this automobile collection was started in 1920, just 25 years after the first patented combustion engine automobile. The Swigart Museum features the excitement of early automobile racing and old cars that are depicted in prints, paintings and photographs from renowned automobile artists such as Ernest Montal and Peter Helk. In what is believed to be the largest collection of automobile emblems, badges and license plates in the country, familiar labels from Ford, Packard and Oldsmobile are displayed alongside the emblems of forgotten models. There are also car badges, a sign that motorists belong to an automobile club, are also on display. And you will love pushing the panel doors aside, discovering the license plate exhibit here. They represent every state in the Union, but they could include only a fraction of the plates in the museum's collection. Then there's the important collection of automobilia, comprising lamps and horns, hood ornaments and other accessories that added to the features of driving a motor vehicle so long ago.
My name is Pat Swigart. I'm the widow of William Swigart, who owned the Swigart Museum. The museum was started in 1920 by William's father, and William took the collection as part of his inheritance when his father passed away. At the present time, we have about 150 cars in the collection. The museum is a collection of antique and collector cars. We try to show people the progression of transportation for many years. As I said, Mr. Swigart started the collection in 1920, and when you were starting a car collection in 1920 with the inception of cars being not much before that, you knew that he had to have some insight into something. We tried to show the preservation of the cars, and we tried to educate people on cars and the way they have changed over the years. We have many one-of-a-kind cars here in the collection, and we have different kinds, the old ones as well as some of the newer ones. I guess when I was younger, my interest in cars was that we would take many drives on a Sunday afternoon. That was something that most families did at that time because we didn't have the television, we didn't have the video games and all those things, so it was lots of fun to go out. I remember the first time we rode in a car, and one of our neighbors had it, and it had a radio. And that was really something, that you had a radio that you could drive along and listen to. People ask me if I have a favorite car. That's like asking if you have a favorite child. It depends on what you're interested in. We have many different types of things here. Our Duesenberg is the only 12-cylinder Duesenberg that was ever made, so that is something very special. We have the little Curved Dash Olds that was my husband's favorite car. So it doesn't matter what we have here, there's a story behind each car. The continuation of the museum is something that's very important to me. As I said, we have a board of directors. I am the president. Of course, nobody lasts forever, and I'm hoping that our board will be able to continue things here. We have such a fabulous collection of cars. This is the oldest car museum in America, in Little Huntington, Pennsylvania. And that in itself, I think, is something that's extremely interesting. We have 2 Tuckers. And again, there are many museums that wish they had one, and we have the prototype, and we also have number 13. We're open every day. We have a Cars and Coffee group that meets here every Saturday, and it's great to have car people stop in. Actually, just a little bit ago, we had a gentleman here and said he's been past the museum many times, and today he decided this was the day to stop. And so I just hope that anybody that's traveling around would like to stop, see what we have, say hello, and enjoy our cars. Learned to know Fletch many years ago. We had a lot of fun at those times. I was so pleased when I got a phone call recently and heard that he was coming into our area again. When you have a friendship like that, it's very important to you, and this has been very important to me to be able to share, even if it's one day, with your company.
Like Dad, I've always been a Ford man. The Falcon Squire wagon was unloved in 1964, but turns heads today. The Americans call them Woodies, but the panelling, it's just fiberglass and plastic. But it's a passion that Shannons understands, which is why my Fords are insured with Shannons. And now, so's the home.
Get a quote online or call 13 46 46. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
And of course, if you own a Classic or 2, make sure they are insured with Shannons. Why not pick up the phone and give Shannons a call for a quote and a chat on 134646. And the Shannons Club awaits you with their own in-house productions, such as Driven, Legends of Motorsport, Shannons Club TV, and Dream Bike Build, just to name some. For more information, visit shannons.com.au and access Australia's largest automotive online hub.
So Pat, your husband William, that was his favourite car behind us.
His favorite car, 1903 Curved Dash Oldsmobile. He used to have it down by the end of the museum. Say, okay, let's go down and take a ride. So we'd go out on the main highway, the trucks would go flying past us, and that meant nothing to him. The Curved Dash Olds sold for $1 a pound, and it's 600 pounds, so of course it was $600 to buy the car. It's 1 cylinder and runs beautifully.
Pat, I'm amazed that you're still alive after taking that out on the freeway.
It was a little scary, but he enjoyed it.
So to think that this car, 1903, was used, you were doing that about 30 years ago when you went out with William?
That's right. And he loved to take it out.
Imagine back in the time in 1903 when horse and carriage was still everywhere for, I guess, the upper echelon type people to have been able to afford one of these cars.
Well, that's it. But we also have the salesman's copy. And the salesman, it's a small version of this, which also runs. And the salesman would put it on a little trailer and take it out and show people this is what your car will look like, only in a little larger form.
I tell you what, Pat, we're stepping up into some style here now. A 1936 Duesenberg Speedster. One look at this car just depicts how ahead of its time this vehicle was.
Well, that's it. But this is the only 12-cylinder Duesenberg that was ever made. Jackie Coogan, who was one of the Little Rascals and also on the Addams Family, was the first owner of this car.
We look at, Jackie Coogan owning the car. A 160 horsepower V12 for 1936 as well. It's amazing, like when you look at this technology for 36 with a dual ratio in the rear as well. But we look around the dashboard and the ergonomics of the vehicle, that beautiful red leather interior as well. This thing was really built for a purpose, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. And as I said, it's the only 12-cylinder that was ever built of the Duesenbergs. Yeah. So it's really great that we have it here, and we're very pleased to have it here.
The thing I love about here at Huntington in regional Pennsylvania is we're tucked away. You're so tucked away here, but you've got so much iconic stuff here. You've got so many iconic vehicles here.
Well, we do, and we're very proud of what we have. And William was very happy to be able to get some of these things. We went to some of the auctions and didn't go particularly for a certain car, but whatever hit his fancy, that's what we ended up with.
That's wonderful. And to think too, 1936 again with this Duesenberg, the speeds these things were capable of. These were fast cars.
Yes, this one I've driven, but I have never driven it to the extent. Yeah. And so, but Duesenbergs are supposed to go 120 mile an hour without any breathing time. Yeah. Yeah. And we have a 29 that we bought at the same time, and I had that on a trip to Tucson, and the lady that was with me, she said, "What's the speed limit here?" And I said, "I don't know." Yeah. And she said, "I think it's 35, and you're now doing 70. Yeah.
So when it came to speed years ago, did you like to put your foot down a bit, Pat?
Years ago, probably not, but now, definitely.
Oh, now you like to do it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Atta girl.
When we would take our truck and trailer out with the car to one of the tours, the couple that would go with me, she was always very happy when I would drive, because then she said, "Now we're making some time." When her husband drove, it was very slow.
Yeah, lost time.
Yes.
When you have a good look around this 1936 Duesenberg, it really is something out of the box. Got to remind ourselves here, 1936, and this is a big vehicle. It sits high and it's long. It sits on a 120-inch wheelbase. The V12 is 390.8 cubic inches in capacity. We're also talking an era where leather straps were used as tie-downs to keep your engine cowls in order. Have a go at the length of the horn. That'd have to be almost 3 feet long. Inside the cockpit where you sit, have a look at this. There's gauges here on the instrument panel that some cars would have been struggling to get in the 70s, let alone 1936. And of course, the ox blood leather interior really fits the mold with this car. Styling just continues as we are almost, 7 or 18 feet in, with a beautiful original spare in the back here, proudly displayed, of course with its dress rim as well, and centre spinner. There's no doubt about it, the Duesenberg motor car was the mark of sophistication, really setting an extremely high standard back in the time. Time now for a 1924 Aaron's Fox fire truck. Check this out. It was built in 1924 and is the property of the Lewistown Fire Company. The Aaron's Fox has long held great respect amongst firefighting apparatus manufacturers and has long been considered the Rolls-Royce of fire trucks. They fall into the enviable position of rolling works of art and remarkably capable. This was the best equipment to have for the firehouse, and as such, the Aaron's Fox brand has become the envy of collectors worldwide. Built with an inline 6-cylinder, 144 horsepower output and 3-speed manual transmission, the Aaron's Fox model NS2 was equipped with a powerful engine that powered a 1000 GPM pump. The pump was capable of supplying a steady water flow of 1,000 gallons per minute, which was beyond the capacity of fire engines at the time.
When I was a kid, I loved cars, still do. The 57 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham was the most advanced car in the world. Cost more than a Rolls. Hand-built with a stainless steel roof, cruise control, electric seats, and would you believe, air suspension. American iron. It's a passion Shannons understand. That's why they insure my daily drive, the caddy, my bike, even the house.
Get a quote online or call 134646. Shannons, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.
Your story began in 1971. It's part of an endless tapestry that tells the story of our nation. It connects innovators to artisans, forests to houses, from the largest of operations to the smallest of outcomes. It's heritage. It's a legacy.
Pat, how wonderful is the Tucker? And you have the only one in existence, the Tin Goose, the very first prototype.
That's it. And we're real proud to be able to have it. It has caused a lot of interest. We've had people from all over the world here to see it. We also have 1013, so they can see two different ones and see the difference in them, because there is a difference between the two.
Yes. Yes, the original design here, a little bit different to the 50 that were made. There's a big cove on the door with the Tucker block lettering. That didn't go ahead in the final production.
That's it. The height is a little bit different, and of course the emblem in the front is different, and just various things. One of them has the suicide doors, the other one has regular doors.
And a slightly different front bumper bar as well.
Correct, yes. Yeah.
Now, Pat, just to inform us here, 50 were built, but 51 including the Tin Goose, correct?
Correct, yeah. And there are some people that have had bits and pieces of some other ones that they have since then put together. Yeah. So there are some more, but there are 47 of them, of the original ones, that are accounted for.
So 47 are accounted for. There's still a few missing, or do they know where they are?
I think they know what happened to them. One of them I know was wrecked in checking them out. And one of them, I believe, was taken apart. So we're still happy to have 47. And as I said, these extra ones that people have put together then from the parts.
Ever since I saw the Jeff Bridges movie back in the late 80s, Tucker, I don't think you could have got anyone better than Jeff Bridges to have played that role. I think he did a wonderful job. I was kind of hooked, and I've had a bit to do with Tucker ever since, in terms of very passionate about that. And coming over to the United States every year, we always touch on a Tucker each time we come over here. An incredible car when you stop and think about it. Prototype in 46, 47, mass production, well, for the 50 in, not that was called mass production, but they didn't know how long they were going to go for. 50 cars built. A 589 cubic inch engine is incredible.
It is that. It's just such a wonderful car and has caused so much interest with everybody. Everything that's a little different. Our successful time, as I would put it, was the chance that I met John Tucker Sr., who was Preston Tucker's youngest son. And he did go along with us to Puerto Rico to a car show, and we took the car down there. It was a great time, and John Tucker Jr., his son then, is on our board here at the museum.
Yes. And they're great people. We have a good association with those people as well, and I just think that, family ambassadors to the brand. It's as close as we can get to Preston back in the day. Pat, how did you feel when you acquired this? I guess I should ask the question: how did you acquire it?
Both those cars were at the same auction. One was being sold one day. The prototype was sold on a Sunday. Monday, which was Labor Day, was the day that they then sold the second one. And it was just one of those situations. We were at the right place. My husband bid at the right time.
Well, it's a good thing he bought it then. I bet you wouldn't like to have to turn around and buy it now.
I don't think we'd have it. Very, very proud to have it.
It is amazing. And a car too, from the time 0 to 60 miles an hour, it was like 10 seconds for its acceleration, wasn't it? That's very decent.
And it has a lot of futuristic features to it that they're using today.
Yeah, I've got to love the crash cell. Under the passenger side, there's a big open compartment. That was supposed to be a stronger part of the car with the firewall and everything. If you could see an accident happening, you were supposed to jump down underneath under the dash and hide in there for the impact.
It has an open space there that you can be protected. It has safety glass, and the seats are. You can change the seats if the front seat gets used. Why, you can put it to the back and bring the back one front.
And the original designs too, Pat, it was actually the front fenders were supposed to move with the steering, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, the light in the center turns with the car.
Yeah, because the first one was the Tucker Torpedo.
Well, this is known as the Tucker Torpedo, but it really, I don't think that was official.
Yeah, right. Because you could imagine back in the time too, in that 47 or 46, 47, in that styling stage and in the design process of what they went through, and also being knocked back by government departments as well, not being allowed to go ahead with this futuristic designs.
That's the thing.
What a time.
That's it, and we're real proud to have what we do.
Well, there you go, Pat. Isn't that wonderful? The only Tucker in the world, the prototype, right here at the Swigart Museum here in Huntington in Pennsylvania. That's wonderful. Pat, well, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your time today.
Well, you're quite welcome. Thank you so much. We're always happy to have you here.
Oh, that's lovely, Pat. Thank you. And Pat's been here all day for the episode, and it's been a big day for her. And again, I thank you. And congratulations with how long you've been preserving this place here. It's certainly a life's accolade. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming. We celebrated our 100th anniversary in 2020 and planted a time capsule. So I'm waiting for 2120 so that I can open it.
And it's that optimistic outlook that this lady has, and that's a secret to a lot of longevity. Isn't that correct, Pat?
That's correct. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, you take care until next time.
Okay. Well, we're so happy to have you here, Fletch, and hope that you come back soon.
Thank you. Thanks, Pat.
Well, I'm sure you will agree that Pat is doing an absolutely fantastic job here at the oldest automobile museum in the United States of America. You have seen just some of the Swigart Museum here in Huntington, regional Pennsylvania. And of course, not possible, and a big thanks to Shannons. There's going to be more content from the United States of America coming your way on next week's show. And until then, no matter where you're watching Classic Restos from, please ride and drive safe. I'm Fletch. Thanks for watching. Classic Restos, proudly brought to you by Shannons. Sign up to become a member of the Shannons Club, Kenworth Trucks Australia, Pace Farm Eggs and Dasmac, shipping your classic car from the world to your doorstep.